that in a divided Congress, there will be disagreement and debates on economics, but there cannot be any debate that risks default for our country. The fact is that House Republicans are not offering a good faith proposal. That's because they give a free pass to billionaires and hammer Meals on Wheels. The fact is, there have been House Republicans, you saw it all over the press over the weekend, openly admitting that they'll never support anything less than the ransom note that they passed last week. So this is all about holding our economy hostage to extract ideological trophies that cut clean energy, that surrender on the climate crisis and affordable health care, and enrich so many of their powerful allies. Wasn't any great feat for the Speaker to get this through the House. It was literally a competition among his far-right members to craft the worst piece of legislation possible to send to the Senate. The fact is, the Speaker of the House is in a much weaker position within his own conference than John Boehner was 12 years ago. And that's something that ought to concern all Americans who want sensible, good government, the way we did over the Trump administration and said we're going to come together and pay our bills. The fact is, the clear path to protecting our country and the millions of jobs Republicans are putting in danger is right in front of us. It is a clean bill to avoid default. And that, I just want to come back to, because I was the senior Democrat on the Finance Committee when I was asked again and again during the Trump administration, are you going to step up?
Good evening, friends. Today, Democrats in the House of Representatives have just revealed a secret plan to force vote on the debt limit hike. Democrats' new strategy could prevent Social Security and SNAP benefits from being paused. It may also protect millions of Americans from losing their jobs. My friends, can you please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details? Also, in 3 days, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway of $75. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. So friends, here is some important news. House Democrats announced a secret plan to break through the partisan logjam that is dragging talks over the debt ceiling and threatening a government default. The strategy, hatched in January and kept under wraps since then, is designed to force a vote on a debt limit hike, even over the objections of Republican leaders. House Democrats made the official announcement of their plan less than 24 hours after the Treasury Department warned that such a lapse could occur as soon as June 1st, 2023. The plan includes a strategy known as a discharge petition that forces floor action on legislation that's backed by a majority of House lawmakers. And today, during a session in the House, Representative Jim McGovern, the senior Democrat on the Rules Committee, introduced a special rule designed to guide that bill to the floor if the discharge petition is successful. And so far, the discharge petition is almost never successful because it requires members of the ruling party to defy their leadership. Democrats with 213 members would need to find 5 Republicans willing to sign on. And some Republicans are already warning it will never happen, especially after GOP leaders last week were successful in passing a debt ceiling package through the lower chamber, which included $4.8 trillion in deficit reduction. One GOP representative accused Democratic leaders of stifling the wishes of moderate Democrats who privately want Biden to negotiate deficit reduction strategies with GOP leaders. But still, some moderate Republicans have already floated a willingness to join Democrats on a discharge petition if Congress inches too close to a federal default with no resolution in sight. Representative Brian Fitzpatrick, a co-chairman of the centrist Problem Solvers Caucus, said earlier in the year that he might do so if that's necessary. But on Tuesday, shortly after Hakeem Jeffries revealed the long-shot Democratic plan, moderate Representative Don Bacon expressed opposition. The Nebraska Republican is a member of the Problem Solvers Caucus, which endorsed a bipartisan debt ceiling framework last month that would suspend the debt limit through the end of this year and establish an outside commission to decrease deficit spending. The timing is crucial because the obscure rules governing a discharge petition require the underlying legislation to sit in committee for at least 30 legislative days before it can be brought to the floor. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about these plans from House Democrats? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. About 66 million American retirees, disabled workers, and others receive monthly Social Security benefits. These payments could be delayed in a debt default scenario. Roughly $25 billion a week in benefits is sent out. So even a short delay in the payment of Social Security benefits would be a great burden for the millions of Americans who rely on their earned benefits to pay for out-of-pocket healthcare expenses, food, rent, and their utilities. Many other government payments may also be affected, including funding for food stamps, highways, education, veterans, and other programs. So if a default does occur, yields on U.S. Treasuries will rise to compensate for the increased risk that bondholders won't receive the money. So if a default occurs, yields on U.S. Treasuries will rise to compensate for the increased risk that bondholders won't receive the money. Since interest rates on loans, credit cards, and mortgages are often based on Treasury yields, the cost of borrowing money and paying off debt would rise. That's on top of the increased costs that Americans are already facing from the Federal Reserve rate hikes. Families and businesses would also have a tougher time getting approved for lines of credit, since banks would have to be more selective about to whom they loan money to. That is because their cost of borrowing money will also rise, which limits the amount of money they can lend out. A debt default could trigger an economic downturn. It would come at a fragile time when the nation is already dealing with rising interest rates and stubbornly high inflation. But if the impasse is dragged on for 6 weeks, then more than 7 million jobs would be lost. The unemployment rate would soar above 8%, and the economy would decline by more than 4%. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community and for being here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.